On the Tunes Hotline right now, we have got comedy legend, actor, and author Louie Anderson. Well, Louie, how are you holding up this? How are you doing in quarantine and everything?
I'm actually doing great. My nephew, who's a comedian, Josh F. Comedy, you can look him up, but it's so great to have him here. He's been taking care of me and really being a great asset, And, I'm just doing it, I take advantage of this time to take a hard look at life and what you want to do, and found out overall I'm so grateful for everything, and I'm so lucky and fortunate. And, this week we did sketches for Funny or Die for this special coming out on Sunday night called Feeding America with Eddie Murphy and Chris Rock and Adam Sandler and Jack Black and, everybody, Brad Garrett, everybody's on that, and I did some sketches on that.
That's going to be on a bunch of different networks, right?
Yeah, that's going to be NBC and Weather Channel. Byron Allen called me up and asked me to do it, and I said, yes, I love Byron Allen. We've been here for 35, 40 years. We've been friends, and so I've been doing that, and they finished a new cover for my book, Hey Mom, that's out now, letters, stories I told my mom, but you can read them too, and
yeah, well, let's talk about that book, because for those of our listeners who don't know your history now, your mom passed away many years ago, before your career really skyrocketed and you became the huge celebrity that you are. So you started writing her letters, and I get that sounds like it might have started like as a personal project, right?
Yeah, definitely never. I was never thinking it was a book. I came home from Baskets, a show I did with Zach Galifianakis one night, where I play his mother, and it was a very emotional scene that I shot that day. And I wondered to myself, did my mom ever have these kind of things, or this particular thing? Was she happy? So I started writing her a letter, and at the end of that letter, I said, Mom, by the way, I'm playing you on TV. And then things just started pouring out. Every day for probably, a couple months, I wrote these letters to my mom, and I had questions, and I called my sisters, and I called my brother, and I said, what about this? Do you know about this? Why did Mom do this? Why didn't she leave Dad? All this stuff, and and then I got to tell my mom, I'm playing a mom myself, and I came to realize how much you have done for me, and that maybe I wasn't as grateful for that as I should have been, or thankful. And it gave me a chance to have an honest conversation with my mom, even though she wasn't there in person, that I felt her, that I was communicating with her. And it was a really, really helpful book for me. It was very cathartic.
Just in time for Mother's Day. And it sounds like it's a book that would make me cry, but I'm sure you, being Louie Anderson, managed to find ways to infuse some humor into the story as well.
Yeah, there's definitely some laughs, I always tell people, if you get this book, write a letter from you to your mother when you give it to her as a present. I think it would be that kind of a thing that would be really great. But the book really helped me, and I think it'll help other people. But mostly I was just trying to share my personal experience with this and the journey I took writing it. It was good, It's good, because if it helps one person, it's worth the whole experience.
I'm sure a lot of us can relate, definitely. So this weekend, you got the Feeding America Comedy Festival, and folks can find out more at feedingamerica.org. And then the book, Hey Mom, Stories from My Mother, but you can read them too. That's available online everywhere, your favorite online booksellers. So what's new? Any projects in the near future now that Baskets has ended?
I wrote a pilot for Fox.
Wow.
With Mike Stowitz, and they have it right now, and so we'll wait to hear. I play a talking house cat.
I would totally watch that.
Crazy script. Yeah, I figured after I played Christine, I really shouldn't play a human again. And I just said, I got to do something different. I got to do something. Go for it, right, Holly? Go for it. Don't.
You'll never know if you don't try. Yep.
Yeah, you really won't. And so I'm excited about that. And then I did a documentary called Call Your Mother. That's on Mother's Day on Comedy Central with all comedians and their mothers and the effects they had. So it all worked out in this convenient triangle, where I'm doing all this stuff, but I'm quarantined. But yet all these things happen. So this goes to show you how resourceful everybody is, that they can get all this stuff done and make it available, and we all get connected one more time, especially Feeding America, which, lots of people who never had to get food for their family before that are having to do it now. That is big out there. I see these 1, 2, 3 mile lines of cars waiting at food banks to get food, and this is a wonderful thing that people are providing it for people. When we were growing up, we were very poor in the church, and different organizations would drop off food for us on special holidays, and I never forgot that these strangers were thinking of us, and I always kept that in my heart. And
yeah, very awesome of you to do. And Louie Anderson, just thanks so much for keeping us laughing during these difficult times.
I hope so. I tell you, call your mom. And is your mom still around, Holly?
No, unfortunately, I lost her a few years ago.
Well, God, what was her name?
Her name was Lillian.
Lillian. Well, say a prayer for Lillian tonight. And, I'm so happy that, I wrote this book even after my mom was gone from 1990. And it gave me a great connection. And I'm going to send you one of these books, okay, Holly?
Okay, that would be wonderful. I look forward to reading it. Thanks, Louie.
All right. Well, God bless Lillian. Thank you so much for having me on the show.